I'm having trouble beating teams. I'm catching blocks, I'm running routes. As time ticks by, still I try. No way we mess this one up now. On my own, 3-6. So last year, the Cincinnati Bengals defense was the 7th worst in the league. That led to them firing defensive coordinator Lou Anarumo, who ran the defense during our Super Bowl run and is now the defensive coordinator for the 7-2 Indianapolis Colts. Because of this, we picked up our previous linebacker coach from that Super Bowl run, Al Golden. He had been the defensive coordinator for Notre Dame the last 3 years at the college football level. The defense he has ran through 9 games is the worst in the league in yards and points allowed, and top 3 worst in offensive plays allowed, first downs allowed, and opponent passing and rushing touchdowns. They are dead last in expected points contributed by the defense as well. This might somehow have been the worst game of the season. Worse than the whooping we took from the Broncos and Vikings because we had a real chance to win here and some good fight. Since week 1, we haven't let up any less than 27 points on defense. While watching the game, we had multiple attempts to get defensive stops, multiple chances for more sacks, while we only got 2. We allowed 3 different players to get passing completions, one of which being a Brian Johnson trick play to Caleb Williams for a touchdown. All of this happened while Joe Flacco and especially T. Higgins went up and down the field. T and Jamar both got over 100 yards. The ball made its way around the team, with even Mitchell Tinsley bringing in one late in the game. This was the first team in 59 years to score more than 38 points in back-to-back games and still lose. Our rushing game this week was as weak as ever, on both sides of the ball too. While the Bears ran for 283 yards and 37 attempts, the Bengals would only go for 46 yards over 15 runs. Chase Brown's struggles running the ball are still apparent here. Averaging 3.4 yards a carry over 11 carries for the primary runner will hold us back. He did step up with his receiving game, giving us crucial fast yards in crunch time.
Finish the game, just end it.
Personally, I think this part of his game is what he's best at. I say this while he was targeted 14 times and only managed to catch about half of those. I like Chase Brown's game, but this season, I think he's been a liability as a primary running back behind this offensive line. If he was mostly just running angle and swing routes from the backfield on passing and play action plays, I think that would be a better use of his skill sets. And it didn't help either in this game that Samaje Perine went out after the first quarter. So where does that leave us? Personally, I think that we can only give up about one more loss before we have to call it a season. Maybe this year, a 9-win season could get us into the playoffs. We are still only 2 games back from winning the division. So it is possible, but we can't take our foot off the gas. And I can't really see this team being able to make that turnaround. However, we are going into a bye week. Last year, we only lost 1 game after the bye week. I think expecting that this year is wishful thinking. I just have no faith in our defense. Hopefully Trey Hendrickson can come back healthy and we can get a little streak going. The next 5 games will be the ones that define this season. Pitt, Pats, Ravens, Buffalo, and then the Ravens come to Cincinnati. After the thrashing the Ravens gave the Dolphins last Thursday, it'll be hard to see us beating that offense. Hopefully the front office can pull something together, or maybe the defense can finally get their act together. Either way, we're running out of time in Cincinnati to make this season competitive and are at serious risk of missing the playoffs for the 3rd season in a row. If the Bengals were at all serious about winning this season, they would have Hot Dog Harvey come out at the next halftime show and sing Cheese Coney Club.
Guys, look what we've done. Put a dog on a bun, add a chili and cheese and maybe mustard and onions. Don't you give me just one?
Some striking upsets in the NFL this week. The Vikings squeak out a win over the Lions, while the Panthers make a last-second field goal to have a winning record for the first time since 2021. The Patriots and Broncos continue their dominance as they both reach 7 wins, while the Colts fall from the moon, losing by a touchdown to the Steelers. The Raiders lose to the Jags by a single point as Geno Smith couldn't get the ball past the trenches. In yet another Chiefs-Bills regular season matchup, the Bills take the win. We'll have to see how this translates to the postseason. I think the Kentucky game this week gave me the opposite of schadenfreude. As happy as I am to see that Cutter got his first SEC win as a starter, I can't help but feeling that if we lost the game, Stoops would truly be on the hot seat. But because of some absolutely stellar defensive plays, we dashed that for another week. Where was this defense last week against Tennessee? 1 sack last week and then 7 this week? I'm not sure how much that has to say on us versus their offensive lines, but it surely is disappointing. We play Florida next week. The Gators are 3.5-point favorites against the Cats. They've had a tumultuous season. I hate to say that I could see the Cats getting a win here. While they kept the Georgia game close, Florida's quarterback is not much better than Cutter. The defenses are also statistically similar. However, UK has let up far more points this season. It'll be an interesting one for sure, as the Cats swing into the late part of the season. Thank you all so very much for watching. As you probably know, the Bengals will be on a bye week next week, so thankfully we can have our Sundays back to ourselves. But worry not, a new video will be coming out next week. College basketball fans should be excited as hoops has started back up, and as of recording this, the Cats play tomorrow against Nichols. I look forward to tip-off, and you can expect a Cats basketball-centric video to drop next week. To get that video as fast as possible, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell icon to get notified as soon as that video drops. If you liked this video, go ahead and drop a like, and if you have a thought about this video, leave a comment. I've been Big Lex, and I will see you next week.
Poise under pressure. This is the quality Greg Cook seems to possess. A poise that belies his age. He and receiver Bob Trumpy, number 84, put Cincinnati ahead by 11 on this 78-yard score.